Oh, guys, we're live.
Oh, hell.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, before we go into this, hi, guys. It's the Roshambro podcast. I'm your host, Kien.
I'm Jay Oldenkamp.
Max Schooley.
He's here!
Yeah, I made it back. I'm not
Yay!
He's alive.
Prodigal returns.
I'm Ryan Freeman.
Well, before we go into what we've been doing, I just, here at the Roshambros Network.
5-minute podcast, skip forward.
Yeah, if you want to.
Just 5-minute
what
tangent.
What is
just
about
pause.
to happen is just Kien just explaining how amazing life is right now. So, if you've been listening to these episodes, you have vaguely heard the story about
Douchebags.
how we got kicked out of our last place. So I feel like it's reasonable now to say the full story because
Because fuck it.
because fuck it. And we were worried about him being like, I'm gonna sue you for slander. Now I don't even give a shit because I don't even think he can with this. So we'll just call him Jacob. So Jacob.
Wow.
I think that might be a little too close.
Too
Much
close.
impressed. Much impressed.
Too close. But what had happened is so what had happened is he invited Jay first to move in with him last summer
Yep.
at the end of May.
Mhm.
And then I was invited 2 months later. But at that time, I was just sleeping on his fucking couch. So I was like, do you just want to live here? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So for a while, Jay and I lived in a fucking attic.
Yeah.
Very shitty living quarters, but we did it because like we thought it was cheap.
Mhm.
And then we realized our apartment is just like $50 more than what we would be doing, and we got like everything. And we didn't get a shitty dog.
Yo.
So what had happened was like the night before he kicked us out, we were all just hanging out, the core four, just joking around, and like literally like if you aren't into gratuitous things, what I'm about to say is really gross sounding to like some people. I was ripping ass left and right because I ingested a shit ton of protein on a daily basis.
Hashtag broccoli.
Hashtag broccoli, hashtag protein, hashtag
Hashtag Kien's ass smells like shit.
yeah, all the time.
Constantly.
So
Motherfucker could probably power
That's
some
why I
power
bought
plant
the
or
air
some
freshener
shit.
for the
I
room.
hope nobody ever tries to stick a finger in your butt.
it's happened once, but that's a story for another time. But
Surprise!
so what had happened is we decided to go downstairs because I need to prep my I'm a very big we were just chilling out downstairs just because we I don't know, we were making something.
You were prepping your shakes for the next
Okay,
day.
so I was prepping my
and
shakes
your
for the
meal for lunch.
and then he made my meal for lunch. And the dude comes, he's like, heard you guys were talking about me upstairs. I'm like, what? No. And then I was thinking about it, I was like, oh no, we were because I was ripping ass and I was wondering if you could smell it.
But
Yeah.
then we're also talking about Ryan's brother who shares a similar name.
Similar name
Yeah.
to, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we ever actually said his name.
No.
We were talking about Ryan's brother, and then separate topic of Kien smelling like
Butthole.
something died.
Yeah.
No.
So so he gets into it. He was drunk. Because he
He
drinks
was-
copious amounts of alcohol.
He was fucked up.
So
He makes me look like I just drink in my,
he drinks because he's sad. You drink because you just like booze.
I do like
like,
booze.
I think we've had this conversation.
We have.
But on to the real thing that's going on. So he freaks out on us. He's like, well, yeah, sure, I'm glad I'm respected. So I'm not one to be bringing shit up on social media and fucking shit like that.
But he is.
So I'm on Snapchat. We're all on Snapchat.
No, I was the one that saw it first. I was like, guys, Jacob just had a Snapchat update, and everybody was like, what? And I was just all like, he posted lies. I was told one thing, I heard one thing and was told another with a black background.
And
on
so
it.
I decided to snap because our walls are white. I snap. Insert bracket, insert depressing sadness bracket. And then I wrote, and I usually, again, don't write petty shit on Facebook. I'm like, I really hate when people post shit on social media just to, like, because, and not confront you. And he fucking liked it. That's just his, like...
Yeah, that was
like
a funny
he fucking
part.
saw it.
Yeah, he's the most passive-aggressive person I've known in my entire life.
So, we're
Yep.
still having fun. So, like, apparently we had a one-day rager because we were still hanging out the next day.
We were still fucked up that next morning.
Yeah.
And like 4 hours later, we started drinking again.
Yeah, so...
It was probably about noon, and we were already getting.
Yeah,
fucked
so
up.
to be fair, we do not drink while we're like, I don't know about anyone else, but I had a day off, so I was just like enjoying life.
Yeah, we all had the day off, and
Yeah.
we all got fucked up the night before.
Yeah.
And decided to
Just get fucked up a little bit more, whatever. Like, you know, if you don't
Yeah.
drink, I'm sorry, it's cool, but fuck you.
And it's not like we were like getting fucked up before work
Yeah.
or like getting fucked up at
Yeah.
work or shit
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
we had a day off.
Yeah.
We were fine.
So I pass out at like 9 o'clock. I wake up to Jay like tapping me like, Kien, we're getting kicked out. I'm like, what? He's
Yes,
like,
since Ryan and Max here said, Jay, you're gonna want to see this. I'm like, well, what?
Yeah, Ryan and I were heading outside and saw a post, like just a white paper written up on Word or some bullshit, like just the most blank
It was
paper.
handwritten.
Oh,
And then
was
there
it?
was
Yeah.
a classified with
Yeah.
homes and shit.
At least he did us the decency of making it classy.
oh, fuck him.
Handwritten, I feel special.
So what had
Yeah.
happened is he gave us 30 days. So it's the beginning of March. He gave us 30 days. He's like, you have 30 days to leave the premises. And like,
Oh
Jay...
yeah, he also threatened to sell your guys' shit if you weren't moved out by then.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Yeah, he
I
said
had a
anything that-
futon.
Yeah, he said anything that was left in the house after 30 days was being sold.
Okay.
And we were like, oh,
okay.
okay.
Fuck him. I think I left some like dirty shoes there, so he could sell that
Yeah,
shit to
like-
Goodwill. Like, no, fuck.
Yeah.
So okay, so we
Put
had
him
30
up for
days.
sale, but nobody would buy him.
Yeah. So tried to. He bought an Xbox, and I don't think he still sold his old Xbox.
Yeah, he bought a brand new Xbox just because he didn't like his original
No,
Xbox
he
One.
bought it. He bought a Slim because of.
He wanted to put credit on his card. He's a fucking idiot,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's not the point. So, okay. So, we got out of there under 30 days. We got out of there
Within 2 weeks.
Within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
you
We-
guys are lickety split.
Well, Max just got his place, and Max is the cool guy. He's like, you can stay with us. I'm like, fuck yeah! So we just dipped out, and we had no place yet at this time. We just dipped out. And then, like, throughout that time, we did get the call, and we got our apartment. Obviously, we're moved in now here because we're recording at our new fucking place, which is much
Lol.
cheaper
Yes.
and much more just
Yeah.
nicer.
A full place, and you guys are paying what, $50 more a piece?
Yeah.
Give or take,
And you
yeah.
guys have a full apartment
Yeah.
now instead of a fucking attic
Yeah.
storage space.
Because he's like,
Yes.
you know, because, like, it's whatever.
Wasn't his argument that you guys were paying for 2 rooms?
Which it wasn't.
It was not
It
too.
wasn't.
It was
It's
a
you
fucking
guys were
attic.
living in a storage space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I lived up there as a kid. Yeah, because you had shitty parents.
Yeah, you had shitty parents and you were 3 feet tall because you were 9.
Yeah.
Like,
So
2 full grown men do not fit.
So,
No.
before we go into like, he was so passive aggressive afterwards. He did not talk to us. He did not give me eye contact. He did not do any of that.
He avoided. Oh,
He avoided the
and he never
fuck out
gave
of
a
us.
reason.
Yeah,
why.
we still don't have
no
a reason. Like we're just implying what the reasons are, but like it's just still no reason. And I felt shitty for a while, and then like again, disclaimer. What I am about to say, I feel bad for 329 people because we just read the article that 330 people are losing a job at the place he works. He's one of those 330 people. He's the one I don't give a fuck about. So, to be honest with you, it was a very, very nice moment to have. Like, as fucked up as it sounds, just because the only reason I'm kind of happy about this is like he was just a self-centered asshole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, not even like I'm amazing. No, like he was a very like if you're a materialistic person, whatever, like more power to you. but like I do not need you to tell me how much you make, even though you make
Yeah.
$2-3 more than I do. Because A, I don't think it's polite to say to anyone how much I make, because that's my own personal business.
Yeah.
And B, that just makes you look like a douchebag.
And he had this really bad tendency of rubbing it in everybody's
Oh, he
face when
always
he
did.
got something.
Yeah.
He would pre-order games and spend like the $80 to get the pre-order package and bullshit and like tell us all about it. And literally, he's what, 4 or 5 games sat on his shelf
Yeah.
that were pre-ordered that
And
weren't
he-
even open,
yeah,
still
he
in the
rarely
plastic
pla- yeah.
wrap.
He rarely played, and then he also bought in a copious amount. Like Jay and I have Funko Pops because Ryan gave it to us for Christmas.
Yes.
I am not gonna go out in my world, and again, if you like collecting shit, that's great.
That's awesome. Be a
But-
collector. I'm
be
a
a collector.
collector in video games, so it's fine.
Yeah, but for me, don't be like, look what I got. I bought a new like, don't fucking
Yeah.
tell me that. Like, just
Like he fucking showed off all of this shit and made him feel like he was fucking awesome, while
And-
he's just kind of this piece of shit.
like, yeah. Again, we're like, we're
my main problem with him and why I didn't like him so much is he's one of those people that creates problems for himself.
Yeah.
And then
does.
he expects you to feel bad for him. Like it's hard to give somebody pity when they're directly asking you for your pity.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, he was one of those.
He was straight up be like, "Why don't you feel sorry for me?" Blah 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 happened. Like,
Because there's a lot of shit. Like, I have a lot of bad shit happen to me, but I'm not letting bad shit get to me. Like,
Yeah.
I got kicked out. You don't see me like, oh, I kicked out. The world sucks. I like my friend. Like, people ask me like, well, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. It's like, it's not the end of the world. This isn't like going to destroy my well-being and my life.
it's not going to end you. You're not gonna fall off the face of the planet because one bad thing happened.
Yeah, like if you just let that shit get to you, but he always did. But like, where the reason I'm going into this, and it's not just because like, haha, I just honestly like this is like I gotta thank him for kicking me out because like
We're
if he
in a way better
place.
situation.
I'm actually paying more attention to the podcasts that I do and shit like that. Like, without him kicking me out, because like while we were doing this, it felt like we were doing guerrilla podcasts because we had to have a like. We had to like wait for him to do
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah,
and
we
like
had to wait for him to be gone. Then we had to make sure everybody could get there. Then we had
but
to
to
be
make sure
prepped for
the
it when he
fucking
was
and the
gone.
dog wasn't fucking like
No.
it was just
Yeah.
a whole lot
Like-
of like
All of our podcasts felt very
rushed.
rushed and very kind of just tossed together because
Yeah.
it was like, oh shit, he's gone. Can we all get here tonight?
But how long is like and it's
Yeah,
like,
and then it
How
was like,
long
how
is
long
he
is he
gone? When
gone?
is he gonna get
And
back?
is
Like-
there going to be a random Jeremy?
yeah, and we
yeah,
yeah,
and then
and
our other
honestly
fucking people are gonna show
yeah,
up.
and it's like honestly feels bad like because I don't think we should feel like that, and it, like I shouldn't feel like in my household that I'm a guest in my household.
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest complaint. Like you know, that's what it really bothered
Well,
me.
my biggest complaint is that he complained about shit that you guys did, but you guys were the ones that were mainly taking care of the house
Oh,
when he
Yeah,
was
you
there.
guys maintained
He
the
didn't
house.
do
You
anything.
cleaned. You bought shit for the house. You guys basically, like, you maintained the house.
Yeah,
Without you
Yeah.
guys, the house is basically gonna fall apart.
yeah, it probably is now, but you know,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably
like,
filthy now.
Probably.
like I don't know.
Well, when I was in there post, it was actually clean, but I don't know how long it's going to last.
see, I'm under the impression that
It's probably clean because he had a girl over
Girl,
there. he has
or
no
he's
chance
trying to
with.
rent it out.
I think he's
Girl.
trying to rent it out because I think he knows that he can't afford it with you two gone. Because you guys were paying what, $300 total? That was
yeah,
like
then plus utilities.
Yeah.
Utilities
Yeah.
was expensive as shit.
Let me make this clear on the girl comment. That was not to be like mean and slighting. It is just like how he is. He
Yes.
hangs around girls that are clearly not interested in him, but he is.
But
And sure-
he waits. He's like maybe if I stay there they'll feel bad for me and date me.
Yeah, he's one of those people that like tries to make them feel bad enough for him that maybe he'll get laid.
Oh god.
Yeah, or buys ridiculous shit
Yeah, like
for them.
the
I had a
fucking
tea
teapot.
kettle. Okay,
yeah, the
so
fucking tea kettle.
but
should have took it.
yeah, we should have. But here we are planning our old thefts.
Yeah, right.
But no, like I said, like
It was a great thing.
great
Yeah.
thing to happen to me because like I said, like obviously we're posting this podcast, and then I'm posting at least one other podcast
A week.
a week.
Yeah.
I'm capable of to do that
Yeah.
without having the annoyance of like a dog clipping in the back or anything or like any of that. Like, that's where I'm coming up with this. Like, this is not just me being like, ha 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 ha, fuck that guy. Like, this is me realizing that this is like, without him doing that, we wouldn't have this. We wouldn't have a legitimate, like, this podcast wouldn't be here.
Yeah, we
That's
wouldn't be where we are
the
now.
only reason I'm bringing this up.
The important lesson here is life is only as shitty as you make it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
Like,
like,
it was a bad thing, but we turned it around and made it great.
We did.
yeah. And so that's what I mean. Like, that's where I guess this first 15 minutes was about. It's just me like saying like, I guess I have to thank him a little bit for doing this, because like he pushed me to do this. Like, I remember him always saying like, I want to stream games and shit, and like that's why I bought the microphone, and like we ended up just using the microphone to record shit.
Yeah, I think didn't you even take it out of the box the first time?
Yeah.
Like, he never touched it.
Yeah. Because then we tried to record Final Fantasy 15, and I remember that night.
He was just annoyed. It wasn't working.
I was like, dude, it's okay. It's the first time you're ever fucking streaming on this thing. It's not like, it's like, well, it's just not working out the way I wanted it to. I'm like, it's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we're still planning on like, we have ideas of like streaming fibbage and shit like that, and
This is all literally a work in progress
Yeah.
as we're going.
Yeah.
and it's getting better. Like, we're on our third technical true recording of a podcast, and each time it's gotten better.
Yeah.
Each time the recordings have gotten better for anything we do, like from the My Hero Academia stuff we did to even my singular Dragon Ball Z one that I just did. Like, it's getting better. Like, the only video I had to take down was One Punch Man. But that was for other reasons.
Yeah,
It was technical. It was a combination of technical reasons and just a whole bunch of things. But
yeah,
like,
it was just a ill-planned
Yeah.
and ill-done. So it's best that we just redo it.
Yeah, but
and we're going to.
Yeah, but the core of what I just, and then this is just me, like I said, it made me like give me a chance to like just realize that like it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, being kicked out was a good thing.
Yes.
It's not that like I'm a shitty person.
We're not trying to be assholes about
Yeah.
it, though it probably sounds like it. What we're trying to say is we turned a shitty thing around.
Yeah, and
we
so
made it good.
And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because, like, again, it's shitty that I'm bringing it up because he lost his job, but I'm only bringing it up because it's just like a lot of things happened,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of things were never resolved, and that's the only thing that bothers me. Is
Well,
like,
there's
I'm
also-
never gonna get a resolve of like what had happened.
There's so many things that went on there before that it was just an accumulation of
It
shit
was.
Yeah.
up until that point.
It was just an
Yeah.
accumulation of shitstorms. We might not actually have a subject to do this. This is probably the subject, is the origin and history of shit, because that lasted. It's almost 18 minutes of this.
Yeah.
So, but
Are
it
we
was
still recording?
yeah.
Okay.
It was still a like, but that's what I mean. Like, it was a nice thing,
Yeah.
and like, unfortunately, 20 minutes of this is
Wait.
this story.
If this was an anime, this would be the filler episode.
Fuck off. that is
This
really
would be
good.
a filler/origin story.
Yeah. So like, but that was the thing. Like, yeah. Well, the origin story can always be a filler, because like One Piece's Zoro's origin story was technically a filler, but that's here nor there.
Technically.
That's here nor
But,
there.
yeah.
But no, like the only reason I'm bringing this up, well, like a fifth fucking time, but it's just kind of like it puts a close, like, I guess because I never got a chance to explain it anywhere to anything. Like, it just, I can finally put a close to like this. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think about it, and like I used to think about like, wow, I wonder what the fuck he's doing, like, you know, not like I care, but like, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
it
we
was just
drive.
like a
I have
thought.
to. When I run by the house because it's near the trail and stuff like that. So it's just
Yeah.
like you look and you're just like, I wonder what he's doing, and like now he's lost his job. I'm like, I don't really care what he's doing, and what I cared about is that like he did not. I don't care. He treated me like shit. He treated my friends like shit. You know what I mean? Like that's just not cool to me. So, I mean, there's that. And,
With that,
Transition.
Yay.
We've got
welcome
some
to the
trailers.
Roshambro podcast.
To the Roshambro
Welcome to the
podcast.
actual podcast. Welcome for making it 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You
Yay.
don't actually win anything, though.
Nothing
I'm sorry.
at
We
all.
should probably put like a little disclaimer
We
thing.
should.
I will.
Kien's getting to the point of like putting timestamps in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
I put timestamps. I will be trying to put timestamps in on the YouTube video.
no guarantees.
Not-
It might be there.
It might. But, just.
I will yell at him if I don't see them.
Yeah.
I watch the videos too.
Yeah.
Double check everything.
Oh, thank you. Now, let's go to trailers just to
Yeah.
keep us
Yay!
going.
Transition.
Transition.
Not many of them.
There
Well,
was
there's
Yeah,
only
there's really
four,
not.
But we watched a copious amounts of one video game trailer that
We
I'm
did.
going to bring
That's
up.
fine.
Are we bringing that up later? Or we
We're,
bring that up now?
we're bringing it up after the first three trailers,
Alright.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we talk copious amounts of video because I think that one really is talking. That could be our topic.
It could be a good portion of a topic.
portion of a
at least.
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
So the first trailer we're talking about is Kingsman 2: The Golden Circle.
It's pretty.
I
good.
It looks
wanna
really
see it.
good.
Yeah.
Max has a theory that makes it sounds very interesting.
The way in the trailer that Merlin keeps being shown, except for in the final scene where you see the guy shaving his beard, he always is in a dark lighting, and like once or twice he's even holding a weapon. And most of the trailers in a dark lighting when the bad things happen. I have a feeling that Merlin might actually be a bad guy. I don't know if he's gonna be the bad guy, but I
But
feel like
he's
he
gonna
might have
turn,
done
just kind of like
something.
what Michael Caine
To
did.
point something
Yeah.
out, the guy shaving his beard was Jeff Bridges' character.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
was
just for
Colin
clarity.
Firth.
Yeah, just for clarity.
That was
But-
Colin.
No, that's Jeff Bridges.
It's Jeff Bridges.
It's Jeff
What?
Bridges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The eye patch one?
The guy who was shaving his beard, and that was Jeff Bridges, yo.
Yeah.
I thought that was. I swear to God that was the British
We'll
guy.
watch it
We'll
after
watch
we
it, yeah.
record.
Yeah.
But yeah, my theory is that I don't think Merlin's gonna be the main bad guy. I think because it brings up the American men or whatever
Yeah.
they fucking are. I don't know. I didn't actually say their name It said it once.
Yeah.
But like they seem to be the main antagonists. It seems like the Kingsmen and whatever the group in America is going to be fighting. Sorry, United States. Saying America sounds like a douchebag.
America.
America.
I
They
knew
tried
you'd
to
do
build
that.
that wall, so.
But yeah,
Oh.
so I feel like Merlin pulled a douche move and is trying to get some footing in with the American standing because he sees that they might be rising to power because, America's a big douchebag that's trying to take over everything. Sorry. I'm not super big on
What?
where America's going, if you couldn't tell. But I feel like Merlin might be in this point of being like, the Kingsmen are dying off. We just lost a fuck ton of people in last movie. I don't know how he's gonna clarify it, but he's like, I still want to be this big, like, overshadow kind of guy.
Mhm.
Because Merlin's not a main Kingsman. He's more like the
He's like
analysis.
the quartermaster, I thought. Marlon.
Yeah, he's like the main analysis. Like
He's Q from fucking James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stays in the base. He helps with all the equipment and shit. And I feel like he wants to keep progressing that.
Yeah.
So he is trying to find the next thing that will allow him to do that. So by throwing the Kingsmen down, he might be getting a foot in with the United
Golden. Well, it
States.
sounds like the Golden Circle might be the counter group, but I
It
don't
might
know.
be. I don't know. Or maybe the Golden Circle, because when TV shows name something golden, they're usually good guys. So I'm assuming it's going to be like the top people from like the Kingsmen, wherever China is, or like all these top group
Yeah.
Mhm.
secret agencies might be the Golden Circle.
Besides Goldeneye was the guy was a bad guy.
He was.
Okay,
I mean, Man
yeah.
with the Golden
Like-
Gun was also.
Yeah, like
And-
like
okay,
yeah.
but yeah.
spy wise, like
Yeah.
when you think
Okay.
about it like that. It's I'm not being like
Yeah,
jumping
okay,
on
I get
you.
what you're saying. But,
But,
yeah,
like-
it could go either way. But that's how I feel that Merlin might be doing.
Mhm.
Just from what I saw in the trailer, it showed that Merlin might be not the best guy in
Yeah.
this movie.
It's interesting. You managed to captivate me, and I haven't even seen the first movie.
It's a very good
The
movie.
first movie is
The
great.
first
I'm
movie is
disappointed
really
in
good.
you.
You
It's
have
a
to
really
watch.
fun
You have
movie.
to watch it. It's
I
really
see.
good.
I always saw the trailers for it when it was coming out, and I was like, "That looks
The
stupid."
trailers mislead. What the
It's
movie is.
fun, though.
It
It's
is very
It's
dumb
a
fun.
fun spy movie.
It's-
It's
yeah,
not like
like-
a James Bond spy movie. It's more fun
It's-
with some James Bond.
It's like a
aspects.
serious Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Like, if I can really...
That's a good way to put it.
It's like
Gold
a serious
Well, the guy
Austin
who
Powers.
did,
Goldmember is the guy I was
Kick-Ass.
thinking of.
The guy who directed Kick-Ass did this.
Matthew
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
It is.
So the second trailer or like video that we watched, Ryan has to take the helm on this because I don't know shit about Alien.
Alien
So-
Covenant
Yeah.
Prologue.
So the Alien
Looks so
Covenant
cool.
prologue came out, and Ryan and Jay, if you would like to explain it, please.
Ryan,
Oh my
take the
goodness.
helm here.
I can explain it because I'm a fucking Alien fanboy.
Do it.
Okay, so basically it picks up where Prometheus left off, where it's David and Elizabeth Shaw traveling in the engineer's ship trying to get to their home world to figure out why the fuck they decided that they wanted to blow up Earth
Well, and also create them too.
and create them. But mostly why they wanted... The main thing at the end of Prometheus was she wanted to know why they all of a sudden decided that they wanted to destroy humanity.
Because we suck.
But that's basically... that's basically like... I don't know. It could just be an assumption,
Yeah.
but...
I didn't rewatch just to.
Because, I don't know, there's a lot in Prometheus that is kind of like up in the air, and you're just kind of like, I might need to rewatch this a couple times.
Yeah.
So, okay.
But
So xenomorphs have always existed. That's the only
Well-
thing I need to know.
They were created by the engineers.
Okay.
Which are.
well, okay,
Well,
pause,
Yeah.
pause,
Brian,
because
explain, please, because
Alright.
it's convoluted.
all right, so basically the engineers created some sort of substance that
Goo.
is able to create life by, like, I don't know. In the beginning of Prometheus, it breaks. Basically, it disassembles the engineer and breaks him down on a molecular level, and then travels into the water, and that's what creates humanity. Is what we're supposed to like take away from that. Which everybody got confused by that opening scene, and all I have to say is, are you fucking stupid that you did not grasp that that is what was going on? Because the first time I watched that movie, that's what I took away from it.
Well, the extended scene, I think. You seen the extended scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The extended scene makes it more clear,
It
but
does.
still,
But
like,
yeah, you're right.
watching the original cut, it's easy to take away that that's what's
Very much
happening. Especially, like, later in the movie when it's just like, oh shit, they have the same DNA as we do. Would you look at that? Anyways, so they made this goo thing. And basically, it creates, like, what's leading up to the xenomorph. But the thing about the xenomorph is it has a biomechanical look, whereas everything that's made by the goo in Prometheus has a very natural, organic look.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming what happens, and this is like the fan theories on it and stuff so far, but I kind of agree with it, is that David has a hand in creating the xenomorphs because it has the biomechanical
I could see
look.
this very much so
That
because
is kind of like part synthetic, too,
like
which would make sense.
Like in Prometheus, I thought he was a major dickbag when he guys, oh, let's put this in the drink and give it to Shaw's boyfriend, and so that could very much make sense of that.
Well, David's a very interesting character, and he was probably my favorite part of Prometheus.
Because he's not human, but he's
not human, but he kind of wants to be.
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
he's fascinated by their ability to
so he's
create
got a
life.
Pinocchio effect.
Yeah, he's fascinated by their ability that they're able to create life, and he wants to create life himself, which is why he puts
Yeah.
the goo
Yeah,
in
that
the
makes-
drink.
yeah,
He
yeah.
wanted to make something of his own.
Yeah. And kind of going off of that, if David created it, that would explain a lot of why the xenomorph DNA is only partial. And that's why when they implant or whatever into different species, different xenomorphs pop out. Because it's not a full creation. Because only Xenomorph Queen is the only one that has pure, full...
But where does
I
the
don't know how to
Xenomorph
pronounce-
Queen come from? That's the question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
mean,
Oh, Jesus, guys,
The-
come on.
I want
Okay.
to hate you, but you're on the other side of the
the
computer.
continuity of Alien gets all sorts
Weird.
of
It gets
fucked
weird. That's
up.
why I'm
Now,
weird.
it gets all sorts of fucked up when you watch the extended edition of the original Alien, because you find out in the extended edition there's a longer clip of it that's not in the extended edition that they have. But basically you find out that Dallas didn't die in the vent, the alien took him and then created a nest, and he's up in this nest area hanging there. And that creates a continuity problem where the second Alien movie, Aliens, established that the queen is needed to lay eggs, but basically that establishes that the queen's not needed.
Yeah. Well, what
So the
I
queen's
feel-
just a subspecies then? Is that what
No,
the
the-
assumption
No,
is?
the queen isn't a subspecies. It's like part of the species.
Okay.
Yeah. What I think it is that the queens are, or higher up, what are they called? Like the Emperor Xenomorphs or whatever. The Queen's Guard. I feel because they both have the royal genetic or whatever, they might be able to create more queens. That's how I feel it might be.
Yeah.
I think they want to continue the continuity that queens create more xenomorphs. So if they have a way to create more queens, that could kind of fix it.
Mhm.
I mean, not perfectly,
Which,
but
I mean, like, I could be totally wrong with, like, the whole David creating the xenomorphs thing. They could exist the entire time. But that's kind of what I'm, like, taking away that it's going for, especially showing the neomorph in the trailer.
Yeah, that looks really
Which
cool.
is, I'm assuming it's either going to be either the throat burster or the back burster that's going to be in the movie. Because there's going to be...
Yeah, I heard
they
both.
Yeah, reading, like, the people that got to watch, like, the 15-minute clip that they had of Alien Covenant said that there's a throat burster and that there's a back burster. So it's probably going to be one of those two. And it's a very interesting thing because it looks like a xenomorph and it's kind of born almost like a xenomorph.
But it has, like, flesh. Like,
Yeah,
skin.
it's a very, like, translucent, like, very pale skin to it.
yeah.
So my thing about it is, I feel like you look at the title though of Alien Covenant. I'm gonna Google the term for Covenant because Covenant is like
Covenant, one's like.
Well, the
promise
original-
with, like,
The original title for the movie was Paradise Lost.
which would be like leading towards like John
Which,
Stuart Mills.
when you look at the
Oh.
trailers for it, that title actually makes a lot of sense because it shows like they have all this thing like, hey, look, there is wheat here, like
Yeah.
we have back on Earth, and then like they stop and they just go like, listen, what is that? And it's like,
Nothing.
what? Nothing. I don't hear anything, and you're just kind of like, shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Like it's a very beautiful looking planet, but
Okay.
then they like point out these realizations to
So
it.
the reason I bring up Black Covenant is actually makes sense too. And your theory about David creating them is that the covenant in itself is a noun, which is to agree. And if you look at theology, it's an agreement that brings about a relationship between the commitment between God and His people. The Jewish faith is based on the biblical covenants made with Abraham, Moses, and David. So with that term, the idea that David did create them makes a lot more sense using that as the title.
Well, even
Okay, just
with the just really quick,
Yeah,
one
okay,
second.
yeah.
With the prologue, I forget exactly what they say at the end of it, but it really gives you the feeling that David wants to become pretty
Yeah, I was
much
really
the
leaning towards that,
deity
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
or maybe like he wants to. I think he's gonna make a covenant, like the promise with those people, and saying like, if I do this, you'll let me become one of you.
An engineer.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way, I'm really excited for this movie. Alien's one of the few franchises that I've invested a lot of time into. Like I've read all the books and like all that shit. So I'm a huge Alien fanboy. So I'm excited.
Everyone knows what I want the Alien franchise to do.
Yeah,
See,
fuck that.
I want
No.
I want Alien,
No, I'm gonna
and
cover
then I
the
want
mic in like 3
Alien versus
seconds.
Predator, and then I want them to make RoboCop and Terminator continuity. So we're gonna have Alien versus Predator versus RoboCop versus Terminator, and it would be amazing.
No, I just want aliens,
No.
clone marines, and predators. Okay, just like the fucking video game and like some of the comics. That would be cool to see.
I'd love to get
Those Predators versus Batman comics are pretty fucking cool though.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They
fucking
really
cool.
are.
I'd
Like,
love to get a sequel to at least
Don't die.
there, Max.
No.
To at least Alien 3 and disregard
Alien 4.
Resurrection out of the canon.
Yeah.
But that got scrapped. I thought.
Well,
It did, but like I'd like to see it
That would
happen
be nice.
still with somebody.
yeah.
I don't want to cut out Alien 3 as part of the canon because when you watch Alien 3,
It
the
makes-
director's cut, it's a entirely different movie and it's
Mhm.
so much
I haven't seen the
better.
director's cut. You gotta let me that sometime.
I own it on YouTube.
God damn it.
There is so there like for real though like the only alien knowledge
I'm sorry, I
have,
bought it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't own it.
I don't
yeah. The only alien knowledge I have is from the fucking crossover comics that I read when I was a kid. Like that Alien versus Superman, and Superman got his ass kicked.
Alien actually has some really good comic books.
Yeah,
Like,
Well, Dark Horse
like
did really good.
there was, I can't remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure it was just called Alien Blood Wars or something like that. But it introduces like a faction of xenomorphs that are like red xenomorphs, and they're like highly aggressive, like more so than the regular xenomorphs. And basically, a civil war breaks out on their home planet between the two races.
So so they have a home planet. They're not like migrant. They're not I just needed to. Like,
yeah, they had a home planet. They were assumed to be created somewhere.
Yeah, so they're not just that migrant kind of.
Well, their home planet is probably where they're created and got loose because like you pick that up from like Prometheus, like when they're going through the ship and stuff. Like it's like oh shit, like something got loose and like killed all this, like killed all of them. Like what happened here?
So the xenomorph was so
And-
did the xenomorph exist before? Like, because I mean, Alien.
I'm assuming some form of it existed because when they first get into the room in Prometheus that has all the jars in it that contain the liquid,
And the penis
they
snakes.
pan up like on the wall and you can see a mural of like almost a xenomorph like
But
thing,
not
not
a
exactly a xenomorph, but basically the main like body structure to one like up on a wall.
What? This might be totally different from like a creation theory, though. What if there was a creature kind of like a xenomorph that the engineers had found, and were experimenting with not breaking down engineers, but broke this creature down and created life on a different planet based on such and such species that this was.
See, that's one of the theories is that the engineers were gathering DNA from all sorts of different species and trying to like create different things out of them.
Which is reasonable. They're engineers. You'd think that's what they're probably doing.
Like I said, I've always just been curious. Like I was one of the I'm the opposite opinion. Like I did not like Prometheus as much as these guys. I thought it was an okay movie. I was just not in love.
Well, a lot of people are like, because it just leaves a lot of questions unanswered. I know people's.
Batman versus Superman.
A lot of people.
Well, I was
did
not
like
confused.
Prometheus.
I was not confused with the engineer dying and creating the humans. What I'm just confused about, just the xenomorph, because I was told.
It was a nice surprise for me.
What in Alien 1, you know what I mean though. In Alien 1, they go back to where that happened though, and there's xenomorphs there, right? Or are they going back to where Covenant happened?
That's an entirely different system that they're at in Alien.
Okay, it's an entirely different system.
They just happened across the what's it fucking called, that ship? The
But it's not the same
ship?
shift. Is it?
Well,
It's not the same ship.
No, it looks, but it's
It's an engineer ship,
It's
but
an
it's not the
engineer
same
ship,
ship as the one in Prometheus. And
Okay,
Covenant.
so that's why. Because I was under the idea that that's what it was.
It's like, I think Alien, if I remember right, is LV-422. I'm probably wrong on that because it's been so long since I've watched the original Alien, which I need to do. But something like that. It's a completely different system than what they were in Prometheus.
Okay, see, that was the thing that's the thing that confused me about the series in general. You know what I mean? It's my assumption from what I saw and what I heard was this. So that's why I was confused. Because I'm not a person who is going to read more into lore if I don't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Really? Mr. One Piece and Dragon Ball?
But I like that shit, though. I like Alien enough. I don't like it to where I'm going to be like...
You're not going to delve through the wiki 17
There is a
deep.
difference, though. There is no... Yeah, I have to delve through the wikis because there's no compendium for fucking Dragon Ball Z or One Piece. DC and Marvel have a yearly compendium that they have to bring out because they make newer, revamped characters.
I don't know. That's something that bothers me with DC and Marvel, though. none of their shit is the same shit that it used to be. They're
A
new
year later.
universes, and it's
Yeah.
like all shit's
Yeah.
all new, and I'm just like, can't it just all be the same?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys like have that stuff. Like, you can call me fucking weird if you want. I admit that it's kind of weird, but I'm completely fascinated by like
It's
the alien universe.
LV
and just like
426. That's what
LV
it says.
426. There we go.
Archeron. That's what it's also called.
Yeah. I completely am like I just had the word on the tip of my tongue. Now I can't remember.
Engrossed.
Yeah, something like that.
Obsessed.
By the way, I only had 2 hours of sleep, and I'm also drinking right now. So if I sound incoherent, that's why.
Ryan is a little incoherent.
Yeah, no one is
I'm
going to.
Fascinated.
No, yeah.
There we go. That's
Yeah.
the word. I'm completely fascinated by what the alien is supposed to represent, and kind of like,
Rape.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're fascinated by rape?
No.
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying it makes for a very interesting concept
Well,
for
yeah.
a horror movie. That
For,
this
yeah, in
beast,
general, yeah,
body
it makes a,
horror.
it
this
makes a lot of
beast is
sense.
supposed to be like an embodiment of what rape is, which is this very vicious, unrelenting thing,
Oh, it's fucked.
and it's terrifying.
Dude, it makes you cringe. Though,
Well,
when
you have
think
Blake
about it.
H.R. Geiger, that French dude who.
He did.
Yeah, but his.
So for those of you that didn't know, fun fact: the alien is supposed to represent rape.
If you didn't gather that from what he was just saying.
So yeah,
Yeah.
just
That's why the head kind of looks like a penis.
I don't know. I think.
Straight
I
up,
don't
that's
know
the
what
reason
your
why.
penis looks like, but
Also,
mine's not a terrifying
penis
monster.
Also, the slime coming off of the alien was
Okay.
supposed to represent cum.
okay.
All right,
Yeah.
We're
new
done.
topic.
Okay. Call of Duty World War II
Oh
came
yeah, I
out.
forgot about that.
Looks so good.
It looks very.
I'm alright
interesting.
with it.
I'm already
I
excited.
hope that the campaign's good and the combat is as fucking fast paced as it is in the most.
Right, they've just been getting faster and faster.
I have a strong feeling you guys are all gonna drunkenly buy this or drunkenly buy the.
I'm gonna
expansion
soberly buy this.
Yeah.
Thank you very
I'll wait
much.
until later.
Who's buying the season pass?
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm pumped for this mostly because World at War was by
Fun, dude,
far
it was
my favorite
really
Call of
fast.
Duty
oh
game.
yeah.
Pack.
Oh,
Besides
yeah.
Modern Warfare 2, World at War.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
So good.
If anybody wants to remaster Modern Warfare 2, that will be the last Call of Duty game I buy.
COD Mod 2.
Yeah.
I will be done there.
Yeah.
I will be good.
And then I think we're gonna finish these trailers and then we'll go to the news and we'll end it at the news instead
Okay.
of doing it like that because we're 42 minutes in, so
Yeah,
Or we
this
could
is
just
gonna be
make a really fucking long podcast.
No.
this is gonna be a long podcast.
because that comes later on.
We already committed.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
already
yeah.
into this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be long, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Yeah, all right, it'll be 2 hours by the end of this.
Two
But-
fucking hours?
No, I'm
Jesus,
kidding.
gonna pass
The
out.
Joker, and then so the next 2 are very comic booky, so I wanted to put them together.
Yeah.
But I'm we each have a trailer kind of that we're all kind of geeking out about. I'm fucking excited for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah.
So the premises is convoluted as shit.
It's bullshit.
So Ultron and Sigma from Mega Man X, who was the main villain, they team up. They're like, we're gonna collect the Infinity Stones and then do like a fusion dance and merge into which is a really cool name for him, Ultron Sigma. That's a fucking cool name.
I'm alright with
That's
it.
a cool ass name. So he's in Asgard, with his Ultron guys, and all of a sudden he's like, bring the Prince of Asgard here, and then for some reason Chris Redfield's there, just.
Fucking shit.
That is actually what got me about that game because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. And I was like, oh my god, it's fucking Chris.
Yeah.
It's they make no sense. Superheroes and then just random video game
Yeah,
characters.
just random ass people are being
Question.
thrown
no
in too.
sense.
As you're talking about Infinity Stones, do you think Thanos is going to be there?
Maybe. I hope not. Because
I hope not,
I think
because
he's
that
just
would
super
break it.
Yeah, he's just super saturated.
All I
yeah.
know is that Marvel vs. Capcom has probably been the only fighting game that I've actually enjoyed, so I'll probably
Mhm.
buy it.
Yeah, it's fast paced and fun, and just I hope Dante's in it, because then fucking Dante, and then the ending scene is Rocket Raccoon and Mega Man having a conversation. It's
Mega
so what's
Man
the-
X.
Yeah.
What's the biggest thing you destroyed with that thing? And
Sorry,
Mega
I'm a
Man's-
huge Mega Man
yeah.
X fan, so I like.
And
to
Mega
know.
Man
Yeah.
just hit
It's,
the
it's gotta be.
He's yeah.
Yeah.
Which is Mega Man X, but Mega Man NT Warriors were my two favorite Mega Men because like NT Warriors was like
Fuck Mega Man. Mega Man X is better.
God
and
damn
then,
it.
and then
Do not kiss the microphone again.
Please don't. So and then this is very. So then we're going to talk about the Injustice reveal trailers. We watched 6 of them.
Jesus, did we watch 6?
Yeah,
We
because
watched-
Jay just kept clicking
Clicking
and
and
clicking
then
and
watching.
clicking.
I only watched.
So,
A majority of them were just character reveals, by the way. So.
But that's the
They were all character
They were
reveals.
character
I
reveals.
didn't watch any of it. I've only seen the first trailer where there was like explaining the story, and that's it.
See, that's the difference between you and me. I look at those videos and I'm just like, cool, that's a character. I don't watch it. I just scroll through and look at the characters.
I don't know. I thought Scarecrow looked really cool.
Scarecrow
looks
looked
fun.
Scarecrow does teleporting attacks. But the one thing that like the biggest complaint I had was the fucking Joker
Yeah,
one.
Joker's look.
And like, and it's only because I don't hate Suicide Squad. I like it a lot because it is a super fun movie.
It was a good movie.
But
but
I
yeah.
do not like the way they gave the Joker this like he has like instead of the ha 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 tattoos and shit, he just has a big red ha ha ha, and she's showing his body. Like
Yeah.
I think that's like anyone can show their body before I go into this. Like love your body.
Yeah.
This just looks fucking stupid.
It doesn't look like the super awesome, mutilated, crazy ass motherfucker Joker.
Yeah.
He looks like maybe somebody that popped out of a psych ward once and is like, haha, I'm a little loopy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's like, hey, look at my hot topic hair.
No.
That's it
No, I
bothers
want
me.
the Joker that looks like I'm gonna slit my own wrist so that I can fucking stab you
Well,
with my blood.
We were talking about like the new 52 Joker where he has his face reattached to him after he took it off.
Which I think looks really cool. Like,
Yeah.
that would have been cool. Okay, because it's the guys who made Mortal Kombat, so they can make
Yeah.
shit that looks fucking grotesque as fuck, but like dope as shit at the same time. But like, that's my thing. That was that was my thing.
Which one is that, Ryan?
Forward.
Jesus.
That was my thing about.
I don't think this motherfucker's driving home tonight.
I have
was-
a day off tomorrow.
That was my.
Not sleeping in my house.
But that was my thing. That was my thing about it, though. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't. His fatality looks pretty fucking
It
awesome.
does.
Yeah, it does. He's got a fucking electric chair.
Yeah, like it's just in general, he is not. His appearance is very lackluster. So on to the news.
Oh, great.
Jeff Goldblum is going to be in Jurassic World 2.
I saw that.
All right.
And that
I'm
makes
alright
me
with that.
excited.
Yeah.
And because Jeff Goldblum was the best part of Jurassic Park: The Lost World,
Yeah.
because it was a piece of shit of a movie. But
You're a piece of shit.
did you like Lost World?
Not really.
Okay, fuck you. And Ryan and I can have an agreement. I have a weird thing for shoes. Reebok.
Quick question.
Hey,
What?
shoes.
It doesn't look like the recording's still going.
It's going.
Is
Look,
it?
look at the bottom.
Okay. Because the top part is.
I know.
Like,
If you look at the seconds, it's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reebok has just announced that they have
I thought it was Nike.
no, it's Reebok.
It is?
Limited
Reebok, yeah.
edition
Okay.
alien sneakers.
10 out of 10, we'll buy.
$325 fucking dollars.
I
Though.
will buy.
God damn.
Right?
Holy fuck. You
See?
buying one shoe at a time on your credit card, or what are you doing?
What size are you, Ryan?
10.
Oh god, fuck.
I'm borrowing your shoes.
Wait, no, I'm a 10 and a half, sorry.
Fuck. Power
Yeah.
loader. Those like the power loader one looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
All right, we're
and
big
the
Borderlands
bo-
fans.
In the box that it comes in too.
I didn't
Did
see
you
the
see
box.
the box?
Yeah,
No.
the box looks neat.
It
No, I didn't
looks
see the
like
box.
a xenomorph. Like if you get the black one, it's reminiscent of a xenomorph. The box is not shaped like it, but it has the design of a
Yeah.
xenomorph egg.
10 out of 10, we'll buy.
Like it looks fucking cool.
He's not even gonna wear the shoes.
No, I'm just gonna keep it, like, in the box.
That's-
Never to be touched.
See, that was the thing. Like if
30
Power-
years later, Ryan sells $5,000 shoes.
Yeah.
power like this and the power laces are like my dream shoes at the moment. I fucking love Back to the Future, and those power laces are.
We can
Kids
make
movie.
those. I don't know why they don't. They're
Yeah.
not that complicated.
Yeah. But what happens when you get them wet? You're fucked.
Don't get your shoes wet. How
What
many
if it
people walk
rains?
through Okay, sorry. How many people intentionally walk through puddles that are going to go over their entire feet?
There's some pretty dumb motherfuckers out there.
All right. You have shoes with motors in them. Smart idea? Not really.
But people are still gonna do it. You're not good.
I know at least
people
Ryan and I waterproof every pair of shoes
I
we
know.
own.
People are
Yeah.
fucking still gonna do it. Like, you're not supposed to like put firecrackers on your Heelys, but dipshits still do that.
Why?
Yeah, people are dumb.
Yeah, people are inherently dumb. You can't just say that. Who's gonna do that? Because there's always gonna be one person who
That's
fucking
why there are
does it.
so many warning labels on everything, because people are curious
Yeah.
and stupid.
If we took them off, we wouldn't have
Just
to
so
worry
you
about
know.
those people.
You shouldn't drink bleach.
Do it.
Do it.
So
Do it.
I was going to talk about World War Z's David Fincher's and talks being a director, but it's all I really got. And I like World War Z enough, but I would have wished if it would have done it more of an anthology instead of Brad Pitt being handsome.
You could have done it more like the book was really really good. And it could have done it. That would have been good. Yeah, as an anthology, it would have been good.
Yeah, like each actor gets like a small story. That would have been a lot easier.
It would have been
I
better
would
as like a TV
actually-
series. You would have had more expansion of a TV series of it.
I would actually love to see an anthology movie series.
Of World War Z, like different characters.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I'd be into that.
I understand that. I also agree with you. I think another. This is the one thing Jay and I are kind of. I'm irritated, not as irritated as Jay is, but DC is now wanting to make a new streaming. Warner Brothers is wanting to make a new streaming
that's
service
stupid.
that's bringing back Young Justice as Young Justice Outsiders and a new Teen Titan and a new Titan series. The main thing is just like it's just another streaming service that you're gonna have to pay for, and I think that's the bothersome part of this, is because I am personally subscribed to 4 different streaming services for my anime, just for Anime Fix and like just Family Guy and shit alone.
Yeah.
Like it is fucking like I don't want to just put out money. Like $5 is okay, but like if it's over like $7, I don't want to put money out for it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
cause.
Because it reaches the point where, like, we don't pay for cable. But it reaches the point where we might as well be paying for cable because we're spending $50 a month for our different streaming services.
But I would totally like I still won't pay for cable. Like our cable comes with our packages.
Yeah,
and
we
our-
barely
use
get cable
it.
here, but
we
I
barely
don't.
use it. Like
But I'm still
sometimes we
paying.
will like
Yeah.
Yeah.
but for me it's just kind of like I'm tempted to get the HBO streaming, but this brings up my conversation about streaming. Is just like, if channels would do that, yeah, I would be okay with that. Like, I'm not 100% against WB doing the streaming service. What I'm against is just like, it's just a pain in the ass for someone like me who is already entitled to it, like indebted to it. It's just like when BBC is like, we want to do our own streaming
Well, I think
services.
that's better though. 'Cause
I rarely watch. There's only a handful of BBC shows I watch, so I would prefer to have the idea that I can like buy the season and just do it like that.
what I'll do with like Doctor Who and Xbox.
Which is
Yeah,
a lot
I still end
easier.
up just buying the,
Yeah.
the
I would
discs
prefer
for
to buy
Doctor
the
Who.
I would prefer to buy the season
Well,
personally.
Okay, it's WB that's doing
Yeah.
it, right? They already make their profits on television from commercials, so why don't they just make the streaming service free but have you watch commercials?
Because money.
Well, there's not a lot to it, but what I'm assuming is it's kind of like what the CW is doing. Instead of putting it on Hulu like they used to, you have to get it on the CW ad, which is just a pain in the ass.
The CWC, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a pain in the ass to do, but like you just pay. Well, it's just kind of like that new fucking Star Trek series.
Yeah, on CBS. I think that's
on
stupid.
the
I
CBS
won't.
streaming thing. Like they're these episode exclusive ones, and you just like you want to watch them, but you don't want to pay for
more.
that. Like it's just a pain. It's just a pain in the
Yeah.
ass to like not. But it's greed. It's corporate greed. Just
I won't
in
be
all
getting
honesty.
it just on the same principle that I have when it comes to Hulu and why I don't subscribe to Hulu.
But you bought Hulu not that long ago again to watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah, because I got a free pass.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, Ryan?
Because like Hulu makes me watch commercials, and I have to still pay $10 a month. Like,
Unless you
fuck
pay
that
more.
shit.
Yeah, unless you pay more, then you don't get ads.
Yeah, like no. Like, I'll just use Netflix and not have to deal with ads. Like, if you're making revenue from ads and you don't make it free, fuck you.
Like, when I watch, like, I have that, I have Netflix, and I have, like, Amazon Prime Stream, which is decent. And, like, it's $99, but I have Amazon Prime now, you know, the whole shebang of everything, so.
Yeah, but that's only, like, once a year that you pay.
Yeah, that's
$99.
true. It's once a year.
It's not like, it's like,
That's
I
like-
split my subscription, though, like, because I just didn't want to drop $100. I did mine monthly.
I'm just saying, that's the beauty of YouTube. You get ads, but it's free.
Yeah.
That is true.
I know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just like before I started using actual anime streaming
Fuck you,
sites.
Hulu.
Before I started using like legitimate anime streaming sites, Funimation and Crunchyroll, I just would torrent mine. But like, I feel like the only reason I have these subscriptions is that I respect the creator. It takes a fucking long time. Like after making this like the anime channel that I have, and like just researching it, and just the weeb was real.
Yeah.
But
Like-
it takes a long fucking time to do this, and like their revenue is through their streaming service. Like those, like
Yeah.
for American audiences, that's how Japan gets their revenue. And like so that's why I do the streaming services for Funimation and Crunchyroll.
See, like, I like it that way because you're basically giving them your money because you think that it's worth it.
yeah,
It's why I like Songster. Like,
Mhm.
if you think the song is good and worth money, you can pay them. Like,
Oh, cool.
well, it's the same thing with like not Pandora, Spotify. I'm willing to pay for that because it's a it's
Yeah.
a worthwhile
Yeah.
It
service.
is.
You
well,
have-
I mean, it's different with me for music. I like buying CDs.
Yeah.
Of fully
but you
supported
know what I
artists.
mean, though. Like
Yeah.
to have like a playlist
Yeah.
just right there on
Yeah.
your phone.
And you don't have to, like,
Yeah,
make
or
one.
just in general. Yeah, it's just kind of like it's right there.
I mean, like, Spotify ain't all bad. Like, the art, like, I did reading on, like, Spotify and their payments and shit, and, like, sometimes they're, like, late on their payments and stuff and don't give artists their due, but most of the time they do, and the artists are just bitching over no reason.
The artists make a shit ton of money through other kind of revenues,
They
though, and I
do.
think that's my like biggest complaint.
Yeah,
on that.
depending on the genre, though.
Like
Yeah.
pop.
Pop makes a shit ton of money.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
But,
But
like,
that's a lot of-
understated, like, I can see why metal bands
yeah,
complain about it, because metal bands don't get a whole lot of revenue.
but that's what I mean. Like, but it's not usually the metal bands that I see bitching about Spotify being
Exactly,
assholes.
it's
It's
like
is
the
it?
bigger artists that
Yeah,
are
it's the
bitching
people
about
who are already
Spotify being
making a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Like-
Taylor
bitching about
Swift.
it.
like Taylor Swift pulling her shit off of Spotify. Like, the fuck you need to do that for? You're making a shit ton of money already, you bitch.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like it's. I hate Taylor Swift, but like no, like that's the thing that like bothers me. Is just like anyone who has ever bitched about like that kind of thing is they're just bitching because they want more.
I need to be compensated for my art, even though I'm already a fucking millionaire.
See, but that's what I mean. Like,
Fuck you, Metallica.
dude, Metallica is a bunch of assholes with their shit, though.
Yeah, they are. I
And
mean,
they're
I still like
really
the
don't
able
get me
about it.
wrong. I like Metallica.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, fuck them.
Yeah, they're
They're
assholes.
really anal about that shit.
Yeah.
And it's irritating as fuck.
We're like I said, like, but that's the thing. Netflix is an understandable streaming service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Netflix. Like, it's fair. I pay $10. I'm assuming some of my profits go to the TV shows that are getting
Well,
streamed. on
obviously, Netflix has to pay to have the show.
there. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Bob's Burgers.
There you go.
Rip.
No commercials. Which is why Hulu makes absolutely no fucking sense and why it needs to go burn in a hole and die forever.
That's why I was really pissed off. Like, Cartoon Network had a contract with Netflix for a year, but then they got a better contract with Hulu. So like everything that they had there was wiped.
Voided. And
Voided.
just gone.
Yeah, and then put on like some of the things are still on there.
Shouter.
Like, you think you got me, Hulu? No, you don't. I can find the exact
God
same
damn
fucking
it.
shows on YouTube for free. Because people are dicks and pirate shit.
But then you have to have the weird like Somalian subtitles on the bottom.
I'll
Or
deal
it's
with it if I
like
don't have to watch a
small
goddamn
reporter.
commercial about insurance.
Or they'll find it right away because like a bunch of streamings I wanted to do sometime was our reaction to like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and shit like that. And then I found out that your shit could be pulled by like Bones or Toei or those animation companies because you're using their license. Yeah, so I'm just like, that sucks. 'Cause
Well,
you're
there's a
really
lot of
making-
companies that are like chill with that though. Like I feel like
I mean, as long as unless you're Atlas with Persona 5, like they
See,
don't want you to go through a certain
this
thing.
is like the whole like fit about Nintendo thing that was going on like a while ago.
I
This
hate
is
Nintendo,
really
though.
fucking
They're
old
dicks
news.
about shit though.
Xbox, PS4, superbly ahead of the curve with that. Nintendo, not so much. Like I think that Xbox and PS4 kind of grasp that streaming is basically like, hey, free advertisement, and even if it's bad press, any press is good press, which it is.
Yep.
Like bad press can still get you like good attention and get you sales.
Yeah,
and
it still
shit.
gets you attention.
Yep.
Nintendo, on the other hand, decided to be a bunch of fucking assholes, and we're just like, nah, you're using our shit. Give us some percentage of like what you're using, which like I understand, because it's their product, but at the same time, it's like, don't you think you guys kind of need to like catch up with like the current market and what's going on, like
Yeah, that's not how
During
the
the
world
times.
is right now.
That's my problem with just like in general just streaming. Like, if you are just being an asshole, you know what I mean, and not saying like this is the game I'm playing or things like that. But like streaming is a lot more than just
there's a lot of work that goes into streaming.
There's a lot of work
Yeah.
that goes into streaming. It's just kind of like when people make cover songs, only a percentage goes to them, and then the rest has to go to the person they're doing the cover song about.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Well, yeah.
because it's their product.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as you're not making a big profit on it.
Mhm.
But then you run into that thing that like,
Well, for the longest time, Nintendo won't even allow you to monetize your Nintendo videos.
which is fucked up.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. But like, think about like the teams, like just big people. Like, I hate PewDiePie. Just throwing that out there. But PewDiePie makes his videos. He has a team of 5 other people that work on his videos, so that he can get a video up every day.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
got a couple editors. He's got a sound guy, and he's got a technician.
Which is literally what I'll have to do once everything gets moved in.
Yeah.
Like, that's the idea.
Yeah, like he's got a group of people, and he basically pays for their livelihoods because they're working full-time jobs for him to work a full-time job of making videos. So like even these people who seem to be making a fuck ton of money, like you look at PewDiePie's revenue, cut it in like half because he's paying these people
Which,
to live.
first of
basically.
all, like I'm just gonna throw this out here. I hate people that shit talk YouTubers because. Not saying that I like PewDiePie. I don't. He's not like my cup of tea. I don't like him. There
Yeah.
are streamers that I do like though.
Yeah.
There are a
It
few.
is a form.
Funhouse.
It is a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Just like you pay to go see a comedian perform, just like
Yeah.
you pay.
Don't dick on their job. Don't dick
Yeah,
on their livelihood. Like, that's the thing.
That's their job. That's what they
Mhm.
do. Don't be an ass about it.
It's entertainment. It's just like music. It's entertainment,
Yeah.
and you pay for it. The only difference is, guess what? You don't need to be a dick about it with these guys because it's free. Because they're posting it on YouTube, so you can watch it for free.
Yeah.
And you just click the skip ad button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, and it's just the same thing. Like in general, like there are like, what I was gonna bring up with the whole like, you know, I know that we went on a tangent, but this is a really cool tangent about this stuff. But like we were talking about, you know, the games and things like that, games taking properties. But what do you think about like a game basically bringing up PewDiePie again? And this is not Kien shits on PewDiePie. When Shadows of Mordor came out,
Yeah.
Warner Brothers gave him the game to give a good review.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where does that go though? Where does that come? Like, I mean, that's a little.
Like
you know,
being paid to make.
being
make a
paid to
reveal.
make good reviews.
I think that's
Yeah.
really shady. And
I think that's
stupid.
shady.
That's a little.
Because
messy.
as we're talking about street. Because I know.
Also, really quick, when Nintendo's thing, like how they made people pay the Nintendo a percentage for
Yeah.
using their thing, comedians mention other things all the time in their jokes and shit,
Yeah.
and they get
do.
paid for it. Those guys don't make the comedians pay a percentage
Mm-hmm. It's just free press.
for using them
Unless
in
it-
their joke.
There could be a slander law though. There's
Okay,
there's
that-
always
that's
possibilities
different,
of
though.
slander
Well, it
law.
depends how
not-
they use it, though.
Yeah, they're not paying like every time they use a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
airlines
Yeah.
joke. They don't have to pay these
Yeah.
people.
You
10
don't
cents.
pay United for
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I took karate lessons for United. Bring it on and shit.
Yeah,
like,
they're
for
not
real.
doing that.
Yeah.
But like a slander law is different.
Yeah.
But like what we're saying is like YouTube, like Nintendo is being like every time you play a game, I need such and such. Where everybody else is going, you guys are playing my games, you're giving me free advertisement. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
But you still put you don't put as high of a percentage on those things, but there is some still a bit of a percent. Unless it's you monetized yours for Minecraft, do they do that?
What?
The
Mojang?
yeah.
No, they don't take anything.
Okay, so they don't. Okay.
No. All
But-
the games that I've done stuff for, they don't take anything.
But they will only like
Most of them don't. I think it's because they realize the work that
Yeah,
goes into
but what-
making the videos.
they can like it's what Nintendo is basically doing is just kind of like what we were talking about with like the fucking like animation corporations
Yeah.
and things like that. It's a copyright, so
Yeah.
Nintendo's just being an asshole about their copyrights. Comparatively to, I understand why, like, if you upload a TV show on YouTube and they hit you with a copyright, and same thing with music, because
Yeah.
it's their fucking music.
That's fine. And the thing with like TV shows and music is you guys are uploading straight up exactly what they made.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
when
the,
people
the
play video
difference
games-
is when you upload a TV show or music, you're taking profits away from them because
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
gonna go to
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to listen to it.
Where Nintendo,
with-
you're not taking
with
profit
a
away
video
from
game,
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to buy it, they're going to buy the fucking game. You're not just gonna sit there and watch somebody play the game. If
Yeah.
you want to buy it, then you're gonna buy it and you're gonna play it. You're not taking profits
Yes.
away from them. If you're not gonna buy it, then you're not gonna fucking buy it.
Because
Exactly.
I'm too fucking lazy to play some games I like. So I will watch videos of them just playing, just the cutscenes, just because like
Yeah.
Outlast 2. I really want to play it, but I'm like too fucking lazy to buy it. And I looked at the time. I'm like, I don't have time for this because I'm doing streaming animes, podcasting, video editing. So I do that shit.
It's also different with music and TV shows because if music doesn't get enough sales, and if a TV show doesn't get enough
They get
views,
canceled.
Yep.
they get
Axed.
either thrown off the record label or they get canceled. With video games, they still keep making fucking video games. It's never
Unless the
gonna stop.
company-
Take Assassin's Creed.
Unless the company
company
makes a
tanks-
shitty game
Yeah, unless
and goes
and
under.
it's not the people who are, because you can't pirate a video. Pirating a video game is a lot different than pirating music.
And there's sometimes the developers put in stuff that
You know what I
fuck with
mean,
you
though.
if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
pirate it.
But like yeah. And with like video games, you're creating your own content inside the
Mhm.
video game.
Yes.
So it's not like you're taking away from the
Yeah.
video game. I don't want to say you're creating more for the video game, but you're like showing different parts of it so
I
people
think-
get
I think it
curious.
depends on what you're playing for.
I
creating.
think
For
it's
example,
super-
Minecraft, you're creating more.
Yeah,
If
I
you
think
have
it's
a
super
mountain
entertaining
Yeah.
because, like, well, look at the people. Like, as much as it bothers the shit out of me that this has actually become a thing, but like, people have taken their Grand Theft Auto characters
Yeah.
and they now have a fucking TV show about it. Like, my quarrel, no, is that or it's Gary's mod. It's Gary's mod.
Gary's
think-
mod.
It's Gary's mod. Yeah, the dude with the owl head. Do you know what I'm talking? Like, I don't know what the fuck they're called.
I don't know.
But they have a fucking TV show now on YouTube Red, and it started out on Gary's mod, a video game, and Red versus Blue, same premises.
Yeah.
Now they have their own animators and shit like that. Like that's the
Oh, it's
Which
been
is
around
awesome.
since
But-
what year? Since they started having their animations?
well,
I
Taylor,
don't know.
yeah, for
I
a
don't know.
while.
For a while. But still, it's still based in this game, and they're still giving advertising towards this game.
Yeah.
Like Red versus Blue,
Oh, it's
still
awesome. Oh, yes.
Halo based.
And,
Oh, it's
and it
awesome.
even says like 343 and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's still you still know it's Halo.
Yes.
Yeah, they
So,
put
like-
in there. They put in the,
Yeah. And another thing with YouTube, if you play video games, when you upload a video, you have to tell what video game it is.
mhm.
Like when you upload a video and like if you're on a video and look at the description or whatever and you click it at the bottom, it tells you what video game it is. It tells you the video game title, the creator, and the creation date. It tells you
Yeah.
that in your description of your video.
Well, also like with that, like who do you think is watching the video game like uploads? It's people that are already interested in that video game.
Yeah.
I don't fucking watch let's plays of video games I don't give a shit about.
Right?
Yeah.
I watch let's plays of video games I'm interested
Yeah.
in, and I want to see if it's fun or not.
Yeah.
Like it makes me
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
and if they're having a good time with it, it makes me want to go out and buy it.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. But that's my thing, though. Like, when we talk about this,
Fibbage is a great example
It
of that.
is very fun.
Amazing example, and we ended up buying it.
Yes,
We ended up buying it because we saw people making videos of Fibbage, and we were just like, that seems like a fun party
well,
game.
because it's
right?
a fun party game,
It
and
is.
like it'll. That's one I want to do, but like what I wanted to say is just like, I respect. Like I said, we were talking about this. Like I respect YouTubers and I respect the YouTube community because I think we're just starting out in it or whatever, but I respect it because like a lot of the people I watch and stream and shit like that are like really cool. Like I think they're really legitimate people. Like
Yeah.
Max and I were talking about like the one we watched, Tekken 101. He's a really cool, legitimate guy.
Yeah,
What
he's
I-
a real
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, he's a real dude. Like he's his shit is raw, just like this. But what I don't and this is basically just become this is episode 3 tangent. But
Yeah. All right,
but
this is the thing that Kien and I have about some YouTubers.
Yeah.
If I think this is where you're going.
I hate and
Fake.
maybe fake and it
Yeah.
maybe it might be because
I
to bring back the full circle of our old roommate, he watched Mark Pilar fucking constantly. But I don't hate Mark Pilar. I respect the dude. He's a
Oh,
cool. He puts donations to
For-
shit.
yes.
He's a cool dude. But like, I don't think sometimes his reactions are very genuine.
Yeah.
that's
I
what
don't-
gets me.
They're not genuine
That's the thing about-
reactions to something.
That's the thing about like those horror games and stuff that all those streamers play.
Yeah, I
When
don't
have you
consider
ever reacted like that to a horror
where you
game that
punch your
play?
fucking screen and shit. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's obnoxious.
It's a
You
bit
know what I mean?
obnoxious. But at the same time,
Unless you're Jay, because I feel like Jay would do shit like
No,
Jay
that.
does tweak a little
I
bit,
freak
but
the
I've
shit
never
out of him
seen
for
Jay
alien
chuck a
isolation.
controller through a TV.
No, that's just a
I've
waste
seen
of
That-
him
controller.
toss a
Yeah.
controller,
Yeah, yeah.
but like into the couch.
Yeah,
or
I'm not
something.
saying you would punch a TV,
No,
Jay,
like,
but I'm like
yeah,
the
understand.
real, genuine, like
Mhm.
fuck, oh
Yeah.
shit, oh god.
Yeah, a genuine reaction would be something like when my friend Josh and I were playing Halo 2 Legendary on the Master Chief Collection, where every time one of you dies, it starts you back at the last checkpoint, even though not both of you died. And I got so pissed off that I chucked my controller across the room with my headset still
Whoosh.
attached, and when I put it back on, he told me that all he heard was
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
whereas like I want them to be genuine. Like,
Yeah.
as weird as that sounds, like it.
I want them to be genuine,
Yeah.
but I also have a slight point on it. A thing that they do this ungenuineness a little bit to draw people in, because if they do this over the top reactions,
Well, see,
People are gonna watch it because they're
People
like
watch
they're gonna
it more.
laugh at it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I like Markiplier,
Mhm.
but I understand. It's the same thing. It's kind of like somebody like Bo Burnham. Like his on-stage persona is not going to be the same thing as his off-stage persona.
Yeah.
Like it's literally an act for your entertainment.
yeah, which is fine.
Whether you like it or not is a different
Yeah.
story, but that's
Yeah.
that's
Which,
what it is.
like I said, which is fine. This is just my personal.
yeah, it's a
opinion,
personal
like-
feeling. I enjoy the more genuine YouTubers.
See, like
Yes.
a Funhouse, like they're just a group of guys who like the game and screw around and shit. That's
Yeah.
what I see, you know?
Exactly,
That's
and
what I like to watch.
that's
Mhm.
that's where it kind of sounds like it's like when I watch the Deathcast from the Death. I rarely watch the Deathcast, but when I watch them, it's just a bunch of dudes fucking chilling and talking, just like who would win, like that. That's genuine to me. They're not like, oh my god, then this happens and like this happens, like. That's the thing, like this.
Yeah, I
what
mean,
would-
like we get like that, but when we get like that, it's because we're genuinely
Yeah,
excited
we
about
genuinely
something.
get
this
into
is
it.
like, and again, this is us not saying like how much we hate YouTube. I enjoy
we
it.
love
I
YouTube.
love
We all
using-
use
Yeah.
We
YouTube
use,
daily.
like, it's
YouTube
just-
constantly.
yeah.
I watched. I'm
Yeah.
subscribed to so many channels.
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
Oh yeah,
So
It's
we
like just-
watched YouTube videos for our trailers.
Yeah.
like we
I mean,
use YouTube
dude,
all the
constantly.
time.
Yes.
And like what we're like in general though, like this is again, I think this episode was more just like what this episode really did is just we're finding our footing. That's
That's
like
it.
to
It's
be
a-
honest with you, it
it's
was
a
literally
really
supposed to be a
long-
nostalgia episode,
Yeah.
and it became finding our footing, and I'm
Yeah.
feeling like we're finding our footing.
Yes.
It's a really long episode, but I mean, like, I feel like it's good because you're kind of figuring out more, like, about us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're becoming our own.
Person.
Like in the first video, I felt like we all felt kind of like the same individual person,
Yeah.
all with different voices.
Yeah.
I think you're realizing. I won't want to say you are, but I think this will probably help you realize. Like Kien is Kien with his own points.
Yeah.
Jay is Jay. Ryan's Ryan. Max is Max.
Yeah.
We're gonna have our own shit.
Yeah.
And
But
gonna
we're
be
not
our own
all
people.
going to agree on things.
Oh no,
And you'll-
definitely not.
Probably realize that Kien and Jay are Asian.
What? Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for if we ever do face cams.
Face cam.
Oh, gee.
But, like this podcast, we might as well just end it like what we haven't, the idea of what each of us think this channel's idea is, and like I want you guys to go first because then it helps me think of like what we can do.
Yeah. I view this channel honestly as just a way for a group of great friends to just sit down and talk about things we're either A, somebody's passionate about, B, we're all passionate about, or C, something we're all not passionate about.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
use the word passionate a bunch because that it's a very emotional word.
Because I have to
I
fucking
think-
watch things I don't like to talk
Yeah.
about them.
I don't know. I view this as an outlet for things that I wouldn't normally get to talk about in everyday conversation. Nobody's gonna ask me like,
Did you see that new Alien trailer?
yeah, like what I thought about the new Alien trailer, like, and ask me like in depth about like what I think about Alien and stuff. Like, it's an outlet for things that you're passionate about, like art wise, because like movies and stuff and video games and all that are a form of art, whether you like to admit it or not.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
something
Oh,
that
yeah.
we are all very passionate
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
If you couldn't tell.
Kien makes comic books. I like to write in my spare time. I like to write like short stories and stuff. Like,
Like,
we all have
our
Yeah.
thing that we do, and this is our get together.
Jay plays
Yeah.
tabletop games.
This
I
is
do.
Jay
Yeah.
plays
yeah.
tabletop
If I
games.
could
It's
find a
awesome.
way to incorporate Jay's tabletop gaming, I would
I honestly-
fucking do it in a heartbeat.
I-
100%.
This is future. I don't think this is going to happen
Yeah.
anytime soon. I want us to get a table where we can set up a tabletop game,
Yeah.
and I want to do a top-down view
We could
of
do-
us
yeah.
playing these
We
games.
could do
That'd be
Imperial
fantastic.
Assault. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you
I
guys
would.
enjoy.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like, Jay really reads a bunch of Star Wars lore.
Jay reads a bunch of books.
Yeah, I just
and
read
Jay
he
loves
just
to read,
finished the Thrawn.
The Thrawn.
The whatever.
Song.
The fucking blue alien guy book. The blue alien, not from the Star Trek, but from the Star Wars.
this is literally just us talking about things that
Yeah.
we grew up with
Yes.
Yeah.
and became
Yeah.
super passionate
And we can put it
about.
in a spotlight.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
See, and that's
Yeah.
like he finished the Thrawn book, and I would like him to have a conversation and him just review it for me.
Oh, hell
Like
yeah.
in general, like we're not doing none of it. Like besides maybe me doing shit alone occasionally because like I just need to get it done and like I can't get everyone. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna talk about this Dragon Ball Super thing real quick.
Yeah, well,
And 20 minutes in, okay, I'm done.
yeah, and some things are more Kien things, like
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us are actually keeping up
No.
like with Kien is.
No.
No.
Which-
And so like that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like and plus we all have Xboxes where we can Twitch and like that's.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the main point of the channel, but I really do like think that like party games and just
Oh,
to
yeah.
have like a fun party night would just
Rayman.
be
Yeah,
in general would
we
just be
stream Rayman.
yeah
Hells
yeah and we
Who
could like
cares?
make an incoherent story about it like or like there's some people like I really have always had this idea of like taking like a fun game like Red Dead or something like that and making it just voicing the shit out of it.
Fucking
Yeah.
Not even caring about what the captions actually
Yeah.
say. We're gonna come up with our own
Yeah.
shit.
Mystery
Hello.
Science Theater.
Hello.
Tracks.
We should do that to Borderlands.
Yeah.
That sounds
Oh,
like a great
God.
game. We
That
can do
would
that
be
to
really fun.
Borderlands.
But like no like in general like that was the Jay, you didn't say your idea,
Yeah.
so I just.
Well, it's like I think again, it's like you guys are saying. I hate that like copycat was like, and I was like, we put it in a spotlight. We get to view our passions, put it out there, and everyone gets to know. And, you know, you gotta learn something new. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this idea years back, and I tried it once with a few people, and it didn't work because we all went to college. And then when I was in college, I had other things I wanted to do. Then I graduated college. Then I came back. Then it's been just a weird rocky path of both life and relationships and just nah. And then, like I said from the beginning, we have a shit ton of these. And I'm
it was
gonna
a conversation.
yeah,
It's like, okay,
we're going to
we should
release
try.
them. Yeah, we're going to release them sometime after I re-edit them and resound them.
Oh shit!
Because the quality is not there. It's not there.
I
It's not
can't
there.
wait to listen to the one we recorded when we were drunk off of our
We were-
asses.
That's the one. I'm
Yeah.
going to put that one up because it's going to be just the New Year's podcast. I'm going to do it surprisingly too.
Wait,
because-
which one? Is it the one with Jeremy or the one?
No, the one where you fucking use your pocket juices.
Yes.
The New Year's one where we were
Fucked
fucked
up.
Yeah, like,
And Jacob was still a nice person and bought us alcohol.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then he
that's it.
disappeared and he doesn't even
Yeah, he
show up.
left us alcohol. Was like, "All right, guys, Happy New Year's!
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
out," and we were all like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah. But and then like I said, we were doing basically guerrilla recording because we didn't know. And so it's nice that we now actually have a solidified schedule for shit.
Yeah.
We're like Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we're gonna try to record certain things, and then Tuesday's usually my day off. So that gives me time to edit the fuck out of shit.
It's
Yeah.
nice that I have the most days off involved in this project because I am only on the podcast.
Yeah, for now, you're gonna be on for the Dragon Maids.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
I need to
Dragon
know what
Maids
that is.
Yeah.
are
We gotta
hot
finish
as
that.
hell.
We've
God
got
damn
it. We'll just let you finish the last episodes with us. Like you need you know what I mean. You don't need the context of the.
No, I don't. I just need to know that I find dragon girls
Yeah,
attractive.
yeah.
God damn it.
So-
Pretty much, not as much as cat girls.
Yeah,
but
no.
Oh.
But no, like so.
That,
That was the
I
idea.
love you, Nikos. You're
That was the
Get away
idea.
from the mic.
I honestly,
the mic.
Jesus.
I just
You
and-
all just had oral with
Yeah.
Brian.
So
This has
honestly,
been oral with Ryan.
honestly,
New
honestly,
podcast.
I had 2 more news stories, but I'm just gonna finish them off just cause. The last one I'm going to actually make a legitimate video about because it means something to me, but I brought up this death because it means something to me. The second to last news stories I have is Star Wars young adult novel because it's a combination of everything that we have. Star Wars and anime, so this will make Jay interested. Maybe Star Wars, a young adult novel, Lost Stars, is getting a manga adaptation.
Huh.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
I'd read that.
Do you know what Lost
actually.
Stars was?
I think that's when it's before episode 7, and it's about 2 friends. They each split off in the different paths. One went with the Empire, one went off with whatever the rebellion was. I think. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Well, that sounds like it might be depressing as shit.
Quote Jay. Quote Jay.
Quote
It's
Jay.
Yeah.
really fun.
Canon novel written by where aristocratic Thane Tyrell and ruler Ridger Cine Renee bond over flying the 2 children. Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
And so there's that. And for me and for a lot of the anime community, and I feel like I just probably have to make a video because everyone else has made a video. Not because everyone else has made a video, but because he put an impact on the characters he played. Ed Baylock died. If you don't know who Ed Baylock is, he voiced Fuhrer Bradley in Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
He passed away. So that was sad. And to end on just a sad note, I'm kidding.
Oh, jeez.
Well, before we end though, I just wanted to say to anyone who is actually listening, I know this was basically almost an hour and a half of us tangenting, which is fine.
Yeah.
We got through most of it. I had a coherent script for Nostalgia, and we're going to do Nostalgia sometime. But unfortunately, it's not going to be next week because Guardians comes out, and
Holy shit, it does.
And that's all we're gonna be
that's all
talking
we're
about.
going to be talking about. Sorry.
Sorry, that's what it's gonna be.
Nostalgia is gonna come out, and I think nostalgia might actually come out after all Samurai. Who knows? Like,
We'll get
who
it.
know? Like, who knows? Like, upcoming. You know what I mean?
It could
But-
be in 2 weeks. It could be a little longer.
What we could do is we could just record the nostalgia podcast on its own some other
Yeah,
time.
sometime.
We
Like,
can.
well, my thing I wanted to talk about is like why nostalgia is so so much more common for us than it is for like our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I'm not gonna get into it right
Well,
now.
we're
Yeah.
not gonna get into it, but that's the idea of the
Yeah.
podcast. That's what we want to
The
do.
topic was because like why is like my dad was not excited about the Chips reboot. You know what I mean? Like, he watched Chips when he was younger. He's like, that's cool. They're making a movie. Awesome.
Yeah.
And like, here I am, Power Rangers. Like, you need to fucking calm down, son.
Yeah. Don't fucking punch me in a movie again, you dick.
Yeah, but I
So glad it's gonna go.
this is
God.
before we end. I just, like I said, to anyone who actually spends fucking time listening to this, I'm grateful. Not
yeah.
thank
Thank
you
you very
very
not
much.
yeah, just
Yeah.
it's just a thank you.
Should
Not
you
like
feel-
me like sucking dick right now. Like, thank you, keep doing it, but like
No, because
you-
it's really important at this point because we're so small.
Yeah.
So anybody that actually listens to this point, you are literally the most important person
So,
to us
yeah.
thank
at
you.
this time.
And like I said, the only nasty comment and or thing I've gotten was from the One Punch Man video that I took down, and it wasn't because of the nasty comment.
No.
There was a lot of different things that
I
came
felt
through
the
it.
nasty comment did kind of point out why we need to take
Yeah.
it down, though.
Yeah.
It wasn't the nasty comment itself. It,
It
was
was-
the nasty comment made us realize
Lies, yeah.
why we needed to take it down.
Because you re-listened to it, so that's why. Just thank you for anyone who listens.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Like
You-
the
you guys are
5,
awesome.
6 people that listen.
You guys
that
are awesome.
Max and Ryan putting it on repeat.
Yeah.
Alright.
Also,
We don't put it on repeat.
if you guys like this, like, I mean, like, I don't want to be that guy, but we're at that point in our career where we're so tiny and we're trying to get any sort of base right now that
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if you could like share this anywhere or
Yeah.
suggest it to anybody that might
Mhm.
like it, that would be huge for us.
It
It'd
doesn't
be
even have to be the
amazing.
this first episode. We have multiple shit that's out there.
Yeah. If you guys like Kien's Dragon Ball Super, if you like our anime tangents, if you like anything we do, share that out.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you like Ryan Freeman's guest appearances on the podcast, share this shit.
If you like Ryan Freeman's guest appearances, block us now.
So I'm Katie Manius.
I'm
Go Jay.
Fuck. I'm Jay Holden.
I'm Max Schooley.
I'm Ryan Freeman.
Get away from the mic, you prick.
Goodbye.
Bye.